Hello friends, welcome back to our channel again, Mr. Techie Bar. In this video, we'll try to learn about the component interaction using input-output decorators in Angular. We will also try to understand what is the use of input and output decorator in Angular, how to transfer the data from one component to other, how to make a parent and child communication, and how we can implement this in Angular. But first we will understand what is parent and child component in Angular. In this template, please consider first box as component A and other as component B. Okay. So, and suppose if we have used component B inside component A, this means component A becomes a parent component and B becomes a child component. And if we quickly look back to our question, what is the use of input and output decorator in Angular? So answer is, whenever we want to transfer the data from parent to child, then we use input decorator, and whenever we want to transfer the data from child to parent, then we use output decorator in Angular. Now we know what is input and output decorator and parent-child component, but how to transfer the data from one component to other and how we make communication between these two components, we'll try to understand this by taking an example in Visual Studio. Switch to Visual Studio Code. Now we are going to use two components. One is home component, so we'll just quickly open this. So it's empty, and another component we're going to take is app component. Now what we'll do, we'll just create a small HTML in app.component, and this home component will treat this as a child component. So what we have to do to make it as a child, we'll just refer this component in our app.component. So what we have to do, just call it by a selector name. So we have called it, but since we have not added any HTML, so we need to do that. So we have just added a child component text and home component. Now we'll just add some HTML in app.component. Now another div, card, then we'll create a card header, okay. Now we'll just add a header here, so h4 tag, so we'll call it as a parent component. Now we'll just add, okay. Now we'll just add two of the input. Like first we'll add a text box and later we'll add button. So pass data colon input type text, okay, and we'll just quickly give a bootstrap class form hyphen control. Okay, now our next step, we'll just create one button. So input tag again, and this time we'll use a button, and then add a value. So we'll add a text sign, then we'll create a click event. It's an Angular event. Then we'll give a function name here, transfer data. Okay, cool. And now we'll add a class, bootstrap class, a button, btn primary. Okay, done. Now when I save this, it will give the error. To remove this error, just have this function in our TS file. So just try to create it. Now it's done. Add this home component, which is treated here as a child component in app.component, which is a parent component. After saving, we'll just quickly check this in browser. So it's look like this. So this is a parent component, app.component, and inside we have called a child component, which is a home component, and we have created a pass data. We have used text box using a bootstrap class. We have used one button. So what we are going to do now, so we'll just pass some text from this text box, and once you click on the button, then it will appear after child component as a text. Okay, so our next step is to create one ng model in the text box. Create it. Now enter name, and we'll create this in TS file. Can give this initial name to Louis. Okay, now just add one property, parent data. Parent data. Okay, then you can use same name, parent data. And now we'll create these two properties which we have created in the HTML. We'll use, okay, so enter name is already created. We'll just create another property. Okay, now this parent data will just assign the value of enter name from the text box. This dot enter name. Okay, it's done. Now in our HTML, home HTML, we'll just add the text parent data, and we'll create this property. This property is basically an input property, input decorator we are going to use now here. So input, then later the name of the property name, then type string, and just import this. Okay, it's already there, no problem. Now we'll just quickly check this on browser. So in the browser, initial value is now visible, and if I change the text Louis to ABC, and if I click on send button, then its value is passing to child component. So this is how we can achieve this functionality. We'll just quickly recall it now. So from Visual Studio Code, first thing, we need to add a property in the child component. So I named it as a parent data, and I created this parent data in app.component.ts. Initial value is empty. Then later I've just used this same property name in child component. In this application you can consider home component as a child, so I have used this property. I've just interpolation used this in to display the data, and the same name property we have created in TS file in child component using input decorator. So you need to import this decorator using angular.core. That was a quick recall. Suppose if you want to send the data without click on the send button, you just need to, whenever you write something, you need to send it on the child component. So what you need to do for this requirement, so you just need to change this ng model. We have given another property, we can use it the same property name here. Yes, it's build completed. Now whatever I'm going to write in this screen, in this text box, you can see this data is transferred to your child component. So that's all for input decorator. Now we'll just quickly move to another decorator, that is output. So now for output decorator, to do, we are going to send the value from child component to parent component. So this home component is our child component and this app component is our parent component. So we'll just add a output variable here, and we'll take the reference from Angular core and also for event emitter. Then later we just use this send data object and emit method, and we can just pass the data inside it. So we are just passing child data. So from child component we just need to do these two things. Later in your parent component where you have called your child component using selector, you just have to use this property send data, which we have declared in child component, the same name. Okay, now the next part we need to do on the parent component. We'll just define the method which we have used in parent component. Here we have just declared this method, and to check that value we'll just quickly create a value initial empty, and we'll just show this value in our parent component like this. So now we'll just quickly check. So we are getting the child data here. So if you just quickly recall, so first step, to create output variable and use this variable using emit method, you can pass the data inside it, and make sure you have used the reference object for this output and event emitter from Angular core. Now second step, just create a same property name which we have declared in the child component as send data. So I have used it the same, and later you just use $event method which will take the value from child component. And third step, you can use that value from using this method, and you can use that value in your parent component also. So I am using this value and assigning this value to my parent component object and displaying it using interpolation. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching it.